Yeah, what do you want? You want another war story, huh? You want to hear about some other world getting wasted, eh? I knew you were the type. Your stagnant republic has never seen some of the strange creatures and races we fought on the Outer Rim in those years. And you never will now. If a world isn't strong enough to defend itself, it's basically forfeit. But this story is about something a little different. We were going through the asteroid fields of the Crispin system at the very edge of the galaxy, playing with the pirates and smugglers we found there. The main belt in the Crispin system consists of mainly small rocks covered in frozen methane gas shells, and the pirates were using them for cover. I remember using a thermal generator to cause the outer layer of one of the asteroids to vaporize in a picosecond. It blew out and shredded the 3 smugglers using it for cover, but that was a mistake. The asteroid I had targeted was smaller than most, maybe a dozen meters on a side. On the outside, it looked the same as any other, just a ball covered in frozen gas. But something must have been inside it, something inactive in the cold. The heat of my blast might have triggered something or woken something up. After I'd hit it, spots of light and heat appeared all over the thin shell, still covering it, evaporating the gases. What lay underneath looked like some sort of rocky growth. A deformed rock, pitted by scores of micrometeorite scars. I think something even older might have been inside that. Maybe, but maybe not. It started rotating faster and faster as we watched it. After a second, it started spraying fire, thermal projectiles that melted our armor like wax. We were caught completely by surprise. Before we could counterattack, it fled at an incredible speed. We couldn't catch it, but we could follow its hyperspace wake. We followed its trail as far as we could, heading away from the galactic core. When it finally led beyond the edge of our galaxy, we abandoned our efforts. Anything that wants to commit suicide in that great void is not worth our trouble trying to catch. That's the only story I have for now. I'll tell you some more stuff later if we get the chance. Is there something else you want to know? Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
I must apologize for the way I acted towards you before in the Grove. It was wrong of me. I am sorry for attacking you. I am sorry for thinking you would only try to kill me. I hope that by helping you in your task, I may redeem myself in your eyes and in my own. Thank you. It is most reassuring to know that you can forgive me, even though I tried to take your life. I can only hope that, in our time journeying together, I will succeed. How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan? What is it you would like to speak to me about? Well, I suppose I have not talked very much about the Jedi I met back home. They, all of them, were so very invigorating. They were so very alive, so full of hope and energy and zeal. In retrospect, I can see it was a little bit tragic. Well, yes. These Jedi were going to fight the Mandalorians just after they had invaded. Many of those Jedi perished in the fighting, but to us, they seemed invincible. Especially their leader, who they talked about all the time. Paragons of light and justice, sweeping away all iniquity before them. It was like looking at gods. I was merely using poetic license. Those Jedi, they were enthralling. Everyone wanted just to touch them. Some people thought it would bring them luck. Not that the peace they brought lasted very long. The Jedi left. The people grew complacent. Those who had been wronged saw their chance at revenge. And so the cycle continues. The oppressed become the new generation of oppressors. The human oppressed, that is. The non-humans were never treated well in any case. We felt the brunt of both administrations. Of course it was. They took their frustrations and hate out on us because the people they wanted had already fled or were too well protected. But no one looks out for the injustices we suffered. Oh no, but I am sorry. I should not have outbursts like that. Don't you see? The very fact I mentioned it means it has its influence. Anger can lead to the dark side, and I must be ever careful that I do not fall back into those ways. I thank you for your support. My outburst was uncalled for, but you did not lash back at me. You are a much better Jedi than I, it would seem. But let us not speak more of this now. We should continue on our journey. Perhaps later we will talk again.
What can I do for you? No problem. Just so happens I've got one here I've been working on. Here you go. I'll just add it to our inventory. Anything else you need? Look, I'm happy Griff's alive, but I'm mad at him right now. And I don't know what kind of job he's got for you, but I don't trust him. It's probably just another scam. So, is there anything else you need? Okay, have it your way.
Got something on your mind, dude? I suppose I could whip up something, a few herbs and such. Do know that the best alternative is not to get hurt, right? Well, not to say that you go leaping into the path of blaster fire or anything, but I know how you young people get. Here, take it. Got something on your mind, dude? I have no idea what you're talking about, Rambo. What do you say?
Yes, what's on your mind? I'm not really sure, but you can figure it out on your own, can't you? Yes, what's on your mind? I already told you, he betrayed us all. Well, there is more to it. I'm sure you don't want to hear about it. It's just that I don't talk about it very much, okay? I told you about my homeworld, Telos. 4 years ago, Saul led the Sith fleet there and demanded its surrender. The planet refused, and Saul proceeded to devastate its entire surface. Millions died. I had a wife and a son on Telos. thought they would be safe there, but my task force arrived too late to be of much help. We didn't have enough medical supplies. The colony was burning and the dying were everywhere. I remember holding my wife and screaming for the medics, but they didn't come in time. Of course not, how could you? I had nothing left after that, really. I devoted myself to the fleet. Hunting Saul was my only purpose. I miss them, and I know killing Saul won't bring them back. And it won't make me happy again, but I have to do it. I don't expect you to understand, but I have to pay him back for what he's done. I have to. It's all I have left. Oh, it's all right, I don't mind. You deserve some kind of, explanation. His name was Dustle, and I don't know what happened to him. The colony was a complete ruin, and we never found any trace of him. I made inquiries and followed the reports from Telos for years, but I stopped. Anyway, I hope that answers your questions. Let's continue with what we were doing.
How can I help? Yes, I promised you an answer when we reached the Ebon Hawk, didn't I? But I'm afraid you won't like it. We should have some privacy for this. You're stronger than I am, and there's no point in telling me otherwise. You will be a great Jedi, I think. I hope. In some ways you make me feel weak, like I'm caught up in the wake of our destiny. But at the same time, you make me feel stronger, more alive. I realize now these feelings are part of the bond we share. The Jedi Council surely realized this. They knew my loyalty to the doctrines of our order would be tested on this mission. By facing and overcoming my feelings for you, I've learned a valuable lesson about control and the dangers of emotion. This is an important step in understanding the Force. I'm sorry if this is not what you wanted to hear, but I felt that it was important you know our infatuation was nothing more than a result of our powerful bond. I'm afraid so. Although I suppose I should thank you for all you've done, for the lessons you've helped me learn. Please, don't say it like that. You make it sound like I was using you. Don't you realize how difficult this was for me? Why do you think I came to this decision? I know how hard this is for both of us. You just kept pressing forward, so I had to be the one to step up and do the right thing. You're the one who can't face the truth. Malak has to be stopped. How can I do that if I let myself be blinded by my feelings for you? You mean it, don't you? But how can I be sure you're not making a mistake? I have to resist. I have to be strong for both of us. But I can't. Malak will... Oh my. We shouldn't have done that. It was wrong. The Jedi are not allowed to fall in love. It was a moment of weakness. When I kissed you, we shouldn't have. I'm sorry. No, I know we both wanted it, but we shouldn't have given in to our desire. We're Jedi. We can't act like this. Not now. Not while we still have to deal with Malak. I'm sorry. I don't blame you, but it was a mistake. I have to get out of here before somebody sees us together. How can I help? We've already been over this. It was a moment of weakness, a stumble brought on by unbridled passions. But my emotions are firmly in check once more. We need to stay focused on stopping Darth Malak. And I want the others to stay focused as well. I don't want them to get suspicious and start gossiping about our little encounter. So until our mission is over, we need to act with discretion. We shouldn't speak of this anymore. Not until Malak is defeated.
Calo Nord is dead, Lord Malak. He has failed in his mission. Forgive me.
The penalty for failure is death, Admiral Kareth. But the failure was Calo's, not yours. You may rise.
Shall I hire another bounty hunter, Lord Malak?
No mere bounty hunter can stand against a Jedi. I shall not make the same mistake again. My apprentice, Darth Bandon, shall take care of our young Jedi friend. Find Bastila and bring her to me, alive, if possible.
As you command, Master.
What can I do?
What?
Sure. Dijubaji Kotka Naga, Ingumwa Muli Ki Mulira Kun King. Tong Hitwama Ag Inko Tune. Ichuta, Yun Patisa, Kingbanik Chalora Kun. Ichuta. Topa na ota vokasa, pampa ki mulira kun king. Changwa ba chinyo, shangwi chama ucha wishu achua penki. Yun patisa, dijuba ji kotka naga, kingbu mwa mulira. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha, agi inko tune chuna mulira, tangi wama jikona. Achua penki, yun patisa, dijuba ji kotka naga, kingbu mwa mulira dwana, kingba nikcha lora kun, kakinja nawabagaon, bagwa shang konti machit on. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha, agi inko tune chuna mulira, tangi wama jikona, tonkit pa nonku nek ab. Tong hitwama ag inko tune. Por tong hitwama ji aki inko tun. Tong panokun nonek. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Tong hitwama ji aki inko tun. Kachopa bogra shonko ta chicha. Jiska dosoki kopa bono nakachu. Labora na winki smaktoma. Kuyami. Mulira kun king. Tong hitwama ag inko tune. Chiwa aita kang kicha na tupornibo. Kun mulira slip. Achua pengti. Yun patisa. Dijuba ji kotka naga. Kingbu mwa mulira. Jiska dosoki. Kopa bono nakachu. Labora na winki smaktoma. Tong hitwama aki inko tune. Potong hitwama ji aki inko tu. Tong panokun. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tun. Chiwa aita kang kichan. Ki muli. Tong hitwama aki inko tune. Potong hitwama ji aki inko tun. Achua penki. Yun patisa. Jiska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smaktoma, kuyami jusku ki muli.
Yes?
Another vision. The Force is guiding us, helping us retrace the steps of Malak and his old master, leading us ever closer to the Star Forge. It is strange that anyone would have built a star map here. The entire surface of Manaan is covered by nothing but vast oceans. The ocean floor is vast, and much of it is uncharted, even by the native Selkath. But how could Revan and Malak have found their way down? No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
ready to serve, Master. Affirmative. If you believe your skills are up to the task, Master, then I can certainly guide you through the process. Request. I only ask that you be oh so very careful, Master. I am too valuable and well-crafted to perish at the hands of ineptitude. Statement. As you wish, Master. The first stage is the simple one, and that is accessing my central control cluster. This may take a while. First, you will need to open 3 panels. And now rewire the last 3 relays. Yes, good. Well done, Master. I believe your operation was a success. Accessing new memory. Access complete. I have recovered information on my owner previous to the commercial officer, Master. Intriguing. Statement. It appears that my previous owner was a human senator on the planet Coruscant. A man of importance who obviously appreciated quality craftsmanship. Answer. I am unsure, Master. Any knowledge of my owner prior to him is still deleted. The Senator did assume I was a protocol droid, however. I do remember that I was very pleased to be the property of a Senator. One of his assistants discovered my assassination functions later through questioning. The assistant was quite alarmed and told the Senator I should be scrapped quickly to avoid a scandal. Naturally, the Senator had me eliminate the fool. Observation. Senators are not nice, Master. They are either on top of the game or yesterday's news. My Master told me that frequently, you see. I was most proud to have partaken in the political system of the galaxy. During the time my owner possessed me, he gained significant rank. Given time, I believe he could have become Chancellor. I even eliminated a few key opponents that he did not ask for. Freebies, if you will. Answer. Certainly. Why not? I am an intelligent droid, you know. I see an opportunity, and I take it. And my master was most pleased with my work. Observation. I think he would have done far better had he not allowed his use of me to become personal. He set me on his wife. Answer. I am unsure. The human was most agitated and angry. I believe his wife had done something that had displeased him greatly. I was to go to their summer estate and terminate his wife, along with whatever male companion I discovered there. Statement. I have no idea, Master. Cheating seems to be a relevant term only when one is caught in the act. Otherwise, it is viewed as intelligence. No? I journeyed to the southern continent, but it appeared my master was not far behind me. Apparently, he regretted his activation of the protocol. When I found the wife and her companion, I proceeded to launch my attack, but my master interposed his own body and was destroyed. It was rather a strange meatbag thing to do, do you not agree? Naturally, I shut myself down, my master being terminated. Observation. Only so far, Master. There are still more memories not recovered, remember? Statement. I believe the senator's wife was unsure what I was or what to do with me. It was she who sold me to the corporate officer, an acquaintance. Answer. As previously, I have found a few more programs which will enhance my performance. A most gratifying discovery, in fact. There is still nothing from previous memories uncovered. You will have to operate again if you desire to find them. With luck, I will discover the stimulus to unlock my core, and all this will be unnecessary. I do thank you for the attempt, however, Master.
Republic people are so pathetic, sitting around groveling at the table scraps the galactic senators deign to give you. It makes me sick.
The senators work for the good of the whole galaxy, not for individual gain.
Ha! Don't make me laugh, you gutless simp. It's the destiny of weak-minded fools like you to be ruled over by the strong, like we Sith.
I'm warning you. Don't push me or you'll get just what you're asking for.
Try it. Just try it. I'd love to see you throw the first punch. And with all the cameras around, the Selkath would be all over you inside of 30 seconds. You break their laws. You pay the price, Republic scum. But I can see that you're not man enough to back up your words anyway. If you ever feel like relieving yourself of your worthless existence, feel free to come by our enclave here. We have many, many ways to fulfill your wish.
Yeah, what are you... Oh, I apologize, Master Jedi. I should not have been rude. No, really, I should apologize. I should try to control myself, as you Jedi do. Is there anything I can help you with? Well, these damn Sith are everywhere on Manaan, pushing us Republic citizens around, trying to goad us into breaking the law somewhere. Yeah, the Selkath want to maintain their neutrality in this war we're fighting with the Sith, and they enforce it very strictly. So we just have to sit here and let the Sith insult us, and we can't raise a hand against them. Otherwise, the Republic will face severe Kolto export restrictions, and that could lose us the war altogether. You're joking, right? I'm sorry, but everyone knows what Kolto is. It's the most powerful healing agent in the galaxy. I would have died several times myself if we didn't have this stuff handy. But the reason it's important here is that Kolto is only found naturally on Manaan, and all of our attempts to synthesize it have failed miserably. So, we sit here on the surface, the Selkath harvesting what Kolto bubbles up from the bottom of the ocean, and we buy it from them. Well, us and the Sith, of course. The Selkath don't want to play favorites. The Selkath think that by staying neutral, they can play both sides, selling Kolto to everyone that needs it, and making themselves too valuable to be worth conquering. Well, that, and they threaten to destroy the only natural source of Kolto on the planet if anyone tries to attack them. But I think they're underestimating the length the Sith will go to get what they want. They're probably planning something already. Is there anything else you require? A star map? Like an ancient artifact or something? No, I'm sorry, I've never heard of it. Is there anything else I can do for you? Well, for the Kolto, of course. Really, that's the only reason anyone would want to be here. It's the only reason the Selkath built Ahto City in the first place, to explore Kolto. The Selkath think that by staying neutral, they can play both sides. Well, that, and they threaten to destroy the only natural source of Kolto on the planet if anyone tries to attack them. But I think they're underestimating the length the Sith will go to get what they want. Is there anything else you require? Of course. If you have any other questions, you should probably see Roland Wan. He's the Republic diplomat here. He's by the Republic Enclave near the visitor residences. Oh, if you don't know where that is, go north from here, then south past the port official in the first courtyard, east into the second courtyard, then north, then east again. You got that? Have a pleasant stay, Master Jedi.
If you got a problem, go talk to our diplomatic representative. Don't bother me with it.
Sure.
Hey, stranger! Mysterious stranger! Wow, look at you! A Jedi! No wonder I could never beat you. It's me, Duncan. Jedi Duncan, from the dueling arena on Terrace, remember? There was a handful of us who made it out. The lucky ones. I survived by breaking into the military base, overpowering a dozen Sith soldiers, and stealing one of their own ships. Well, when the bombing started, the Sith sent down a bunch of autopiloted ships to evacuate soldiers from the planet. I saw one and I figured it was a rescue ship, so I ran up to it. A Sith patrol was approaching from the other side, getting ready to board. When they saw me, they all pulled their blasters, but it takes more than a dozen armed Sith soldiers to slow me down. Well, tell the truth, I didn't actually take the Sith out. A building fell on them. A chunk of building, actually, from the bombing. Crushed the whole bunch of them. Very messy. So there I was, all alone and standing by this empty evacuation ship. I climbed on board, overrode the autopilot controls, and lifted off into orbit. The ship had all the Sith launch codes programmed in, so I didn't have to worry about being blasted from the sky. I just played it cool and tried to fly casual. In the confusion of the bombing, nobody paid any attention to my one little ship slipping away from the fleet. Once I was out of scanner range, I knew I was home free. I've decided to become a mercenary. I came here looking for work. I heard the Republic was hiring, but they weren't interested in me. Guess I made a mistake by telling them who I was. They'd heard of me. Seems like everybody's heard of me. The legend of Jedi Duncan, the worst duelist of all time, spread far and wide across the galaxy. Makes it hard to earn a living, you know? I have no idea. All I know is that if I don't find some way to shake my reputation soon, I'm gonna have to find another line of work. It's too bad. Hey, wait a minute. You're a Jedi now, so you probably won't be doing much dueling anymore, right? So the name Mysterious Stranger probably won't be much use to you anymore, right? So, can I have it? I mean, if everyone's heard of Jedi Duncan, then they probably heard of the Mysterious Stranger, but nobody knows anything about you except the name. You could be anybody. Man, woman, me. If I say I'm the Mysterious Stranger, who's gonna know? There'll be celebrity tours, maybe some endorsements. I could milk this thing for months. Well, right up until people see me fight. What do you say? Fame? Celebrity? You don't need that. You're a Jedi. But I'm just a guy trying to earn a living. Come on, give me a break. Really? You mean it? Oh, this is great. No more jokes, no more snickering. When I tell people I'm the mysterious stranger, they'll finally treat me with respect. Thanks a lot, stranger. Oops, guess I shouldn't call you that now. People will think I'm talking to myself. Anyway, I should be going. I'm heading off planet to look for work. Shouldn't be too hard now that I'm the terrorist duel champion. It's good seeing you again, and thanks.
Time to listen to your stories. I've got a full shipment of Colto ready to load before my shift is over. We've got all the proper Colto trading permits, so back off.
Tama! Lumabas ka, Dwana!
Obey the laws here on Manaan, human.
There's going to be a heavy meteor shower in the Coruscant system this year. Last time this sort of thing happened, they lost one of the orbital stations. Save your empty threats, Sith scum. Malak isn't stupid enough to attack the core worlds, not with the entire Republic fleet waiting for him.
You're a fool. When the Sith descend on Coruscant, our numbers will block out the sun itself. The galactic senators will collapse trembling in fear and beg for mercy at Malak's feet.
You underestimate the Republic's resolve. We'll die before we surrender Coruscant.
That can be arranged. Remember what happened to Taris. Malak could do the same to the core worlds.
He wouldn't dare.
Now it is you who underestimate our resolve.
I cannot render assistance, citizen. Move along.
How much for all this stuff, Tyvark?
Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi inko tune chunamuri ra.
Thanks, Tyvark. Catch you next week. Now I gotta get back to my post at the Republic Embassy. My break is almost over.
Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi inko tune chuna mori ra tangi wama jikona just cranky to pets nemo ji ita kanki chana kilikon achua penti yun patisa tong hit wama aki inko tune potong hit wama ji aki inko tune tong panokun nonek chiwi aita ka tong chicha ki mulira kun kin Kimba no konik yota.
Sure.
Chiwi aita ka tong chicha just cranky to pet achu tong hit wama aki inko tune nawabakaon pichage borang chiwi aita ka tong chicha agi inko tune chuna mori ra rong hitwama agi inko tune potong hitwama Jiska dosoki kopa bono nakachu lambora na winki snack toma tuyami jusku chitanai uchua penki Kakinja nawabakaon pichage borang turang nada chawa hip achua penki yun patisa ichuba chiwi aita ka tong chicha agi chiwa aita kan kicha na chupornivor kun muliras nimo poiwanga tong hitwama aki inko tunet potong hitwama ki aki inko tu chiwi aita ka tong chicha agi inko tune Jiska dosoki kopa bono nakachu labora na winki snack toma Kuyami jusku chitanai uchua penki Opa na otobokasa, iwap tong hitwama aki inkotune, otong hitwama di aki ikotu. Chiwa aita kan kicha na tupornibo, kun muliras nimo. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha, agi inkotune. Chiwa aita kan kicha na tupornibo, kun muliras nimo pol kakincha na wabaton. Ichage borang kurang, chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi iko tune chuna mulira. Tong hitwama aki iko tune. Tong hitwama ji aki iko tu. Tong panokun lonek. Jiska dosoki kopa bono nakachu. Labora na wiki snaktoma. Kui tong hitwama aki iko tune. Tong hitwama ji aki iko tu. Jiska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na wiki snaktoma, kuyami jusku, chiwi aita ka tong chicha, agi uko tu. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Tong hitwama aki uko tune, tong hitwama ji aki uko tu. Tong panokun, no jiska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na wiki snaktoma, tong hitwama aki inko tune, tong hitwama ji aki. Kopa na otobokasa, pampaki mulio. Kon mulis limo po iwanga. Labora na wiki snaktoma. Jiska da soki kupa bona na chachu, da tuka ulwan. Laboda na winki smaktoma, jiska da soki kupa bona. Ubabatu konchi.
Sorry, buddy, but the hotel is closed. Ever since the murder, the Selkath have made me keep this place locked up tight. Only the Selkath authorities, and those authorized by them, are allowed in. This old Republic war hero by the name of Sunry was seeing this Sith woman here, Alasa. Well, they were seeing each other, but the other night a blaster went off in one of the rooms. Sunry got seen leaving the place, and the Sith woman was dead on the floor. But not everyone thinks this Sunry did it. So the Selkath are holding him in prison while the case gets sorted out. In the meantime, they closed down my hotel. But enough about my problems. You can't stay here while the investigation is on. You'll have to find someplace else to stay. Sorry.
What are you doing in my room? I'm too tired to enter a discussion with you tonight. You can speak to me tomorrow at the Mercenary Enclave if you wish. Good. Leave me to my privacy.
Ready?
Sure.
Master?
Yes?
Welcome to Manaan. I'm Roland Wan. As the official representative of the Republic Embassy on this planet, I'm here to help all citizens of the Republic should they require aid. Kolto is a precious resource. Its healing powers are near miraculous. During times of war, Kolto becomes even more valuable. As long as we have the permits, we will continue to harvest Kolto and ship it to our Republic soldiers battling against the Sith. Of course, the Sith enjoy the very same privileges. If there was some way we could gain an edge over the Sith in our Kolto supply, but the Selkath are fiercely protective of their neutrality in this conflict. They do not want to grant either side an advantage. A beautiful place, Ahto City. A paradise on the water. But remember, within the city itself, the Selkath have absolute authority. They're a tough race, but fair. Obey the Selkath laws, keep the peace, and you should encounter no problems. I assume you received a visitor guide to the city when you docked your ship. I regret there is little I can tell you that's not in the visitor guide, my good Jedi. My duties rarely permit me to venture beyond the walls of the Republic Embassy. Oh, of course I'll do whatever I can. But I'm only a simple diplomatic representative of the Republic. I doubt I can be of any use to the Jedi Council. An ancient and forgotten race. And you think it may be here on Manaan? Well, perhaps. But if you want to get information about that, you'll have to do something for me first. Don't think you can manipulate me, Jedi. The Republic Diplomatic Corps has to deal with the Sith all the time, so we're very resistant to mental influence. Your only real choice is to help me so I can help you. We were using a submersible reconnaissance droid in the ocean surrounding Ahto City, and it was damaged. It took a data recording of the outside of the city before being driven off by the Phyraxan sharks. But while it was returning to the surface, it encountered difficulties and was disabled. Its automatic systems floated it to the surface, but we could not retrieve it in time. The Sith were applying subtle pressure to the Selkath authorities for some reason we've not determined, and were able to delay us long enough that they could retrieve the droid before we did. The droid's data centers are heavily encrypted, so it will take the Sith several days, we believe, to get to its data. It was captured 12 hours ago. It is imperative that we get it back. It's heavily guarded, we're sure, in the Sith embassy here on Manaan. Since we have no remaining soldiers to spare, and certainly not our elite ones, we have no one capable of entering the Sith base and retrieving it. That is what we would ask you to do. There are several leads we've been working on to get into the Sith base. Any of them should work for you, although it might be wise to concentrate your efforts on just one. The first method that's possible is to help us interrogate a Sith prisoner we managed to catch after he tried to infiltrate our base. He's being held just inside our enclave. We think he may be able to give us the passcode that the Sith give their informers to enter the base. He has proved most resilient so far. We managed to pick up a crate of blank Sith data cards, the type they use for passcards. The encryption system to unlock them is very difficult, however. But if you are more skilled than our technicians, you may be able to gain access that way. The Sith have got the Selkath to give them exclusive use of one of the main hangar bays. Visiting Sith Masters use this bay to land, then take a speeder over the water to an external entrance to the Sith Enclave. The luckless spy we mentioned earlier had a pass card to that hangar on him. While it is surely well guarded, it may prove to be the most direct route. Here's the card. The Sith base itself is very heavily guarded. If they became aware of your presence, I fear you would be quickly outnumbered and killed. Here is a pass card to get you inside our facility. You should find all you need to get started in there. You can choose whichever of the methods you want, as long as you get in the base and get the data recording back. Which method do you think you would like to try first? Good call. Just make sure you don't push him too hard or we might lose him. I wish you luck in your task. Should you retrieve the data recording from the droid, return it here to me. and we can see about getting you that information.
I'm sorry, I'm on duty, citizen. Please refer any questions to our diplomatic corps. Thank you.
I can't talk now. I've got to get this Colto loaded up before my shift is over.
So you're the one who's gonna try to get into the Sith base, eh? Huh, good luck, you're gonna need it. This is our main computer room here. We got the box of pass cards we got from the Sith, but we haven't been able to break their encryption yet. We have been able to decode the numeric system they use, but there are holes in our terminal sequence patterns. The encryption system is composed of 6 matrices. Each is based on a mathematical method. The holes we're missing are the final number in each of the strings. Most are simple, but the final 2 matrices seem to be much more difficult. The second last matrix has a pattern looping back on itself, or something. And the last is divided into smaller subparts. Maybe the pattern for that is within each part. But I have to admit, all this is a bit over my head. I haven't even been able to slice past the first matrix, and I've been at this for hours. I've ruined a dozen cards already. But the good thing is we have a whole box of them, so you don't have to worry about running out anytime soon. Since Roland said you were cleared, you can use the computer freely. I'll be here if you have any questions.
So, you're the one Roland has got to help us interrogate this prisoner. I hope your Jedi powers will come in useful. This one has been most resistant. He's a Sith spy we picked up a little while ago, snooping around outside trying to get in. We thought he was suspicious and brought him inside when the Selkath weren't looking. But it seems the Sith have done a pretty good job of conditioning this guy, and we haven't been able to break him yet. The Sith protect their really important spies with some sort of mental force feedback system. They can turn their minds in on themselves, so force compulsions won't affect them. Combine this with conventional training to resist interrogation, and sometimes it takes months to get them to tell what they know. Do you want to interrogate him now? While the training the Sith gave him will protect him from most normal interrogation techniques, and also from force persuasion, we have found a few hooks you might find useful. He was with another man when he was first spotted. We think it was another spy, but we didn't manage to catch him. We also seized some personal documents he had on him when he was captured. It would seem that he's married to a woman named Tila. We checked this in our computers, and it seems to hold up. We've sent a couple of agents to investigate, but it may be a while. What we have here is your standard issue truth serum. It should make him spill his guts in no time. But there is a catch. Because of his conditioning, he's able to resist it at small doses. But if you give him too much, his body realizes what you're trying to do and shuts his mind down completely. If you do that, you'll have to inject him with an antidote that neutralizes the truth serum. Unfortunately, that too has a drawback. It causes short-term memory loss. This may work to your advantage because you can try the same tactic over and over again. But if you use it too much, he may forget everything we want to know. Shall we get it started then? Hey you, wake up. Someone wants to talk to you.
What do you want? What companion?
Of course, they would never believe we let you go so easily, but they would all too happily believe you betrayed them.
You can't do this to me. They would kill me in ways too horrible for you to imagine.
Gutless Sith worm has already started to crack. We'll have what we need within hours.
Ah, the Sith are stronger than you. Each one of us. You'll never break us. Nothing you could do to us would make us talk. We Sith are stronger than you give us credit for. Or, what do you want? Tila. How did you find out about her? All right. I'll tell you what you want to know.
What's the passcode to the Sith base?
It's Zeta 245698 Alpha. Just no more.
Good. With this pass, you should be able to get into the Sith base without trouble. Just don't delay too long, or they might learn that he's been captured.
You slice the encryption on those cards. They change the codes regularly, so you'll have to use it pretty soon or not at all.
Ready?
Sure.
Hey, this street is for Sith only. You gotta pay a 20 credit toll to walk down this street. Hiding behind the Selkout laws. Typical Republic cowards.
We need more rules about overpowered bikes. Hookta just rides over everything. It's boring watching him.
Hey, you working for the Republic? You look like a Republic agent. I can see the cowardice in your eyes. You think you can impress me by spouting a bunch of Jedi garbage? If it wasn't for the Selkout neutrality laws, I'd add your name to the list of Jedi I'd kill. Hey, you working for the Republic? You think you can impress me by spouting a bunch of Jedi garbage?
I hear the Zerka Corp got kicked off of Kashyyyk by the locals. Good for them. At least someone's getting something back from them.
We might have a position within the Sith organization for one such as you.
Your offer is pretty good. But I've heard some nasty things about you, Sith. Is it true you bombed Terrace into dust?
This is war. In war, certain distasteful acts cannot be avoided. But ask yourself this, when we win this war, would you rather be against the Sith or with us?
You make a good point. And I've never turned down a job that pays up front.
Excellent. Report to the Sith Embassy tomorrow for your assignment. I have no desire to speak to you. I know you have links to the Republic.
Jawana pota ayuat tahonga jakanki dora, kachi kuita hodonga. Topada bon guayagando donado chuchut. Musha pakumpa, polawana chikne.
Kipuna na bonsha. Kavadumpa kupaliaya mokarpata.
Uftadan kelva. Oisidan puntas. Ufta. Papuelta. Color. Uoda. Uditufla fandigo kelva. Oisidan kelva vani. Ufta shelfa. Ufta kelva. When now for the Ufta. Uftadan kelva. Oisidan kelva. Ivan Behu, Papuelta, Ura, Uhdasta Shelfa, Uhdakel, Uhdadan Kelsa, Urisidan Kelfa, Uhdadan Kelfa, Urisidan Ura, Tuloy, Uhdadan Kelfa, Urisidan Kelfa, Papuelta, Uhdadan Kelfa, Urisidan Kelfa, and now for the Klufta. Uhdadan Kelfa, Urisidan, Uhdadan Kelfa, Lipat.
Ubabatu Konchi, Tom Nombong Shang Yung Yang, Tom Patog Smakdelia, Jawana Bota Ayuat Tahonga Chakanki Dora, Kachi Kuita Hodonga, Topa da Bungwalia Gando do Nano Chuchut, Muksha Papangpa, Bolawana Chitne, Bamuli Slemo, Podawanga, Kunbes Mulira Rabes, Chiska du Suki Kumpa, Nabona Naikachu, Abtu Inkotu, Topa da Bungwalia Gando Nago Chuchut, Kabachi Kuita Hodonga, Yalamo Inkatun, Jiloba Mulira ni Bobo, Wango Kumbes Gang, Bamama Rulira.
Eshrekanda Kashtanefun.
La Boda ni Winkis Matoma, Wanakun. Yatuka Ulwan Kinkunaba Mulira. Jawana Bota Ayuat Tahonga Chakanki Dora, Kachi Kui. La Boda ni Winkis Matoma, Wanakun Bes Chingpa Marulira, Tok Chingbang Non Kek. Chiska du Suki Kumpa, Nabona Naikachu, Abtu Inkotu, Topa da Bunkwalia. Chiska du Suki Kumpa, Nabona Naikachu, Ubabatu Konchi, Yatuka Ulwan King. Kuyami Juskuna Chitanai.
Mucha Shakpangpa. Yinkinku.
I hope you're here to play.
La Boda ni Winki Smaktoma. Wanakun Bes Chingpa Marulira. Tok Chingbang Non Kek. Tok Ninja Mulira Rabes. Jawana Bota Ayuat Tahonga Chakanki Dora. Kachi Kuita Hodonga. Chiska du Suki Kumpa Nabona Naikachu. Abtu Inkotu. Topa da Bunkwa. Jawana Bota Ayuat Tahonga Chakanki Dora. Kachi Kuita Hodonga. La Boda ni Winki Smaktoma. Wanakun Bes Chingpa Marulira. Tok Kuyabi Juskuna Chitanai. Inakun Marulira Rachikun. Slimo Patona. Undi Hodonga Chihonkabi.
I hope you're here to play some Pazak. I don't come here looking for sparkling conversation.
Mucho shakapaka, ye ki kun no ba mula draki chichon. Genchopa chawi tichok twis yun kun, watui tama kama wona henak nek, bugra shak kun tich.
Ubabatu Konchi, Tom no. La Boda ni Winki Smaktoma. Wanakun Bes. Mapapasubo, tong nongbong siyang yung yan.
Kakincha nawabakaon. Pabahasan siyan. Pabahasan siyan. No ba muli?
Mapapasubo, tong siyempre. Tuftadan kelfa, hoisidan kelfa. Papuelta, con tuftadan kelfa, hoisidan. Papuelta, colo tuftadan kelfa, hoi.
Yes?
What do you want, Lipat? I don't have the time or desire to bother speaking with wandering idiots. Go join the other transients in the swoop race area. At least you'll all be contained. I will get tired of your voice in short order, so make it quick. Grow some gills and swim the planet yourself. There's no substitute for personal experience. I have nothing else to say on the subject. Good. This visit was dragging on. You got any armor plating for my swoop bike? I thought this garbage was free. You actually sell this junk? You fish are a strange breed. Don't worry, junk man. When I want garbage, I'll be back.
Only people who have business with the Sith are allowed inside the embassy. You can ask, but I doubt you'll get many answers you'll like. Go, stay, doesn't matter to me. If you want to, you can even wander up to the embassy gates. But don't expect to get inside. Only people who have business with the Sith are allowed inside the embassy. Oh, really? You mean someone like you actually has some real purpose inside? Well then, what is it? Yes, well, I suppose you really do have some business here. Head on in. Only people who have If you have a pass, why are you bothering me with it? Just go in.
You there. I don't recognize you. How did you get in here? Your passcode is out of date, and I don't recognize you at all. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough. Commander Gran, report to the security desk immediately. You authorized this person to enter? I don't know them. And their identification doesn't match up. They're spies.
What? Sound the alarm! Droids, destroy them!
flow control may flood occupied chambers. Please ensure all receiving chambers are empty. Warning, activating flow. Warning, activating flow control may flood occupied chambers. Please ensure all... Warning, activating...
Ready!
Warning, activate...
What? Ready!
Warning, Warning.
What?
Warning, activating... Water transfer proceeds. Warning, activating flow control may flood Warning,
Yes? What? Sure. 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 Sure.
Ready.
What?
Yes?
Master?
Yes?
Ready.
Yes?
Acknowledgement.
Sure. Yes?
The Republic respects the peace of Ahto City, Your Honor, but the Sith are a violent people who leave violence in their wake. I have 3 soldiers in the infirmary.
If the Republic soldiers were more capable, they would not have suffered such serious injuries. Are my soldiers to be punished simply because they won a fair fight?
I hardly call 6 against 3 a fair fight. The Sith are cowards who attack only when they have the advantage of numbers. They were provoked, Your Honor. The Sith goaded them into this fight. Why can't the Selkath see what the Sith are really like? They should ban them all from this planet.
They say everyone on Manaan is equal, but it seems the Republic is a little more equal than the Sith. Neutrality? Ha! That's a laugh!
So, do we have a deal?
That's an awful lot of money. Is there something you're not telling me?
Don't be so suspicious. The Republic is generous. We pay our mercenaries well.
Makes sense, I guess. All right, I'm in. When do I start?
Just show up at the Republic Embassy tomorrow and speak to our representative there. I'm sure he'll have some task he wants you to start on right away. Do you mind? I'm in the middle of a Republic recruiting drive right now. I need to hire these mercenaries before they sign up with the Sith. I don't know if you've got what we're looking for. Jedi aren't generally suited to mercenary work. If you want, talk to Roland Wan at the Republic Embassy and see if he can find anything for you. It's north of here, just east past the first courtyard. It's just off the north end of the second courtyard. You can't miss it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to continue my recruitments.
I was told that you're a friend of Jolie Bindo, and that Jolie has returned to the sector. Please, I must speak to him. It's very urgent. My name is Alora. My husband, Sunry, and Jolie are old friends. Now Sunry needs Jolie's help. Please, I beg you to bring Jolie to speak to me about my husband. Sunry's life depends on it. Jolie, it is you. I need your help.
Laura, of all the people, how did you even know I'd left Kashyyyk?
I didn't. Nobody knew where you were, not even Sunry. But I heard the Selkath mention you and your friends. The Force has brought you to help us.
Why? Whatever could be the matter, my dear?
It's horrible, Jolie. Sunry has been arrested. The Sith have accused him of murder.
Murder? But how?
It's all a mistake, Jolie. Sunry isn't a murderer. Someone is trying to frame him.
Calm down, Alora. Where's Sunry now?
Sunry's being held at the Selkath courts. They won't let anyone in to see him. Please, go to the courts. Talk to the judges. Maybe the Selkath will listen to you.
Don't worry, Alora. We'll get to the bottom of this and help Sunry. Somehow.
I doubt the Republic would be involved in anything illegal. Still, if this Selkath has concerns, we could look into it for him.
Be careful here, kid. Start poking your nose in a place it doesn't belong, and you might not like what you find.
I hope you're here to play some Pazak. I don't come here looking for sparkling conversation. So lay your credits down. We ain't here to play for fun. Hey, don't give up. Even you losers get lucky sometimes. Maybe this next hand is... So clear out already.
No desire to speak to you. I know you have links to the Republic.
Are you hiring for the Republic or the Sith? Then why are you wasting my time? There's big money to be made here. I can't risk missing a job offer because I'm yapping with you.
new around here, aren't you? My name's Dwan. Care to buy a Sith girl a drink? That is, unless you're one of those simpering Republic soldiers. We Sith are interested in a lot of things. If you're smart, you'll stay out of Sith business. But I don't really want to talk about that right now. I'm just here to have a couple of drinks and try to unwind, you know? Sure, pull up a seat. I'll have the bartender ring us up a couple of mugs of the local favorite. It's called Phyrexian Tooth. Watch out for these. They pack quite a bite. 2 or 3 of these babies and you won't even remember who you are. Woo, that's good stuff. Might even be better than Kessel Spice, you think? Never touched the hard stuff myself. Oh, you want to talk business. I was hoping you wanted to ask something about me. Look, I don't want to talk shop. Sure, why not? You know, hardly anyone buys me drinks around this place. It's enough to make a woman doubt herself, you know? Well, I might be a little giddy, but I hope you don't think I'm going to start spilling Sid's secrets all of a sudden. It'll take more than a couple of drinks to get me there. But not much more. Well, I suppose one more wouldn't hurt, as long as you're buying. Well, I fear I am good and truly drunk. Don't you be taking advantage of me now, you hear? Shay, you're handsome. You aren't married, are you? Are you married now? Oh, dear. Seems like all the good ones are always married. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. That's not very ladylike, is it? Oh. I don't want to talk about that stuff. Shay, you never said if you were married. Are you married? Are you? It's just rumors. Stuff I heard about making sure those stupid fish people find the evidence they need. Yes, one more drink. Exactly what I was thinking. Ugh, head hurts. Eyes bleary. Must get back to embassy. Find bed.
Hey man, clear out. You're cramping my style with the ladies.
Jolie, may I have a moment? There's something I wish to speak to you about.
Yep, I figured it was only a matter of time until we had the whole come back to the order discussion. Well, I guess there's no avoiding it now, so let's get it over with.
I know you have issues with the order, but you are a Jedi, Jolie. You command the Force. Without the guidance of the Council, how can you avoid falling to the dark side?
Well, I've managed to avoid it the last 20 years or so. Besides, light side, dark side, they don't mean the same to me as they do to you. I don't see in absolutes. I want to stop Malak as much as anyone, but I don't have to join the Order to do it. Look at Karth or Canderous. They're with us in this quest, but they are Jedi. The capacity for good or evil, like the Force itself, is in all living creatures. And belonging to the Jedi Order, or the Sith, or any group, won't change what you are at your core.
I see you are quite adamant. No doubt you've had ample time to think on this during your long seclusion. I guess it was foolish of me to think I could sway your position so easily.
Yeah, I'm old and stubborn. But I appreciate the effort. But from now on, you can just think of me as any other non-Jedi in our little group, with a lightsaber and force powers.
Have you managed to retrieve the data from our droid in the Sith base? Excellent. It does not appear to have been tampered with, so the Sith did not manage to copy its contents yet. And now for your information. We are not supposed to speak of this, but since you are a Jedi and we have exhausted all the other options, I think I can entrust you with this. As you know, the Republic is fighting for its very existence against the evil of the Sith Empire. As you also undoubtedly know, we're doing very poorly. We need much in the way of supplies and material to stem the tide of battle and bring us victory. Manaan is the sole source of Kolto, the most powerful medical substance in the galaxy. Frankly, we need as much of it as we can get. The Selkath conservatives, with their neutrality treaties, seek to treat the Sith and the Republic equally. This includes Kolto exports, but a few more far-sighted Selkath see that if the Sith are ever allowed to win, the galaxy will be plunged into darkness, and there would be nothing to stop them from taking Manaan anyway, so we made a deal. We recently began construction of a secret underground facility to harvest Kolto directly at its source. We also hope to one day be able to synthesize it effectively. Current techniques are insufficient for the task, so we must mine it for now. The amount we take would hardly be noticed, since most is lost naturally before it reaches the surface anyway. We were nearing completion of the base when the digging teams reported some sort of obstruction. An ancient building or artifact, possibly your star map. Transmissions from the base were cut off abruptly after that, and we haven't heard from the station since. As you may have noticed, we're hiring a lot of mercenaries around here. Ostensibly, they're to be shipped off-world to aid in our fight against the Sith, but they're really for another purpose. When we lost contact with the station in the Rackard Rift, we sent our contingent of Republic soldiers down to investigate. None returned. We've tried hiring mercenaries and sending them down as well, but none of those expeditions have returned either. The reason we really sent that droid underwater, and the reason we needed its data back so badly, was to find out what happened to the Rackard Rift station. But now that we have the data back, our operation is in no danger of exposure to the Sith. And now I must live up to my end of the bargain. I took the liberty of having a submarine prepared for your departure. Merely use this card to get past the door behind our Kolto packing room and enter the sub therein. It has been programmed to take you down to the station, and also to take you back up should you need something. I would send soldiers to assist you, but we've lost many of ours, and nearly exhausted the mercenary population of this planet. The soldiers we have are barely enough to keep this base secure. The Sith have also noted our interest and begun to bribe mercenaries away from us. Please, find out what happened to the facility. There may be some survivors left down there. Perhaps even the head scientist, Kono Nolan. Good luck in your efforts.